morning. Good morning. It is 2:55 a.m. I'm on my way to the gym right now. I have been going through, how can I put what I've been going through? An adventure. Let's put it like that. I've been going through an adventure. I've remarked on this time and time again. Whatever could happen has happened. And we don't know, how can I put this? We don't know why things happen, right? Things happen. Sometimes, you can be so spiritually minded. You're like, the devil got me, and sometimes, dude, things just happen. Sometimes things just happen. Is it sometimes you're under a demonic force? Absolutely. Is it sometimes there's the spirits are battling for your soul? They know that you can go in one direction, but if they could persuade you, you might do this. And then things just happen. Things sometimes just happen. But whether it's a demonic force or the tire just blew out, whatever the case may be, you have an option. You have a choice. You have a decision to make in the heat of the moment. For me, I love people who are of faith. But when I see people of faith break down at the slightest sign of turmoil, I say, well, where's your faith? Well, this bill needs to be paid now, and I don't have the money. The funny thing is we come out of our faith because the flesh is being tried or tested, and it's saying, this must happen now. But no matter how much we worry, no matter how much we fear, no matter how much we try to force the unforceable, it never changes the outcome. And it's so funny how people will go through the emotions of stress, of fear, right? And I can say 100% that there's not too much that I stress or I fear. But it can get hard. Yeah, it can get hard at times. It definitely can try your patience. But I'd always challenge the person. What happened the last time when this situation came up? Because I guarantee this isn't the first time you've been in it. What did fear get you? Well, it made me feel better. How? Well, because I was vocalizing, I was going through an emotion. See, I think that's what it is. I think people just want to go through something because the quietness is too overwhelmingly forceful. It's like, I know I'll get over it. I know I'll get through it, but I don't want to do it quietly. I want to kick, I want to scream, and then at the end of it, I'm going to act like it never even happened. Like I never was in that situation. Repeat. I'm going to go back to my old way. Repeat. When the Bible talks about fasting, it talks about keeping yourself looking refreshed, not walking around looking ragged and drugged. You don't want people to feel sorry for you. You don't want the pity. Oh, I'm fasting. I'm so fasting. I haven't eaten for 2 days. I'm fasting. Oh man, you're such a you're such a faith believer. You're fasting. But it says to keep your face moist and to look as if you're not. And I'm not saying be in denial about your problems, but I'm saying in reality, what did the stress or the worry or the fear get you that maybe simple prayer couldn't just pull you through? Because at the end of it, all you're really trying to do is exercise to yourself and God that I trust you. You know, when Abraham went to take Isaac up to the mountain to sacrifice him, like, dude got as far as laying him down and drawing the axe in the air, ready to come down and kill his only child that he's waited for all his life. Like, it got that close. Yeah. You know, the weird thing, and I'm gonna say it's similar to this. You know, when you're driving in your car and your check engine light comes on. Now, if you're a type of person that likes to push your car, well, you'll push that. You ain't worried about that not check engine light, the gas light comes on. So if you're a type of person that doesn't mind pushing your car, you're probably going to be the one that will keep driving and assuming you got another 10 miles. And then when it conks out, you'll be pushing that bad boy, you know, whether it be 5 feet or 15 feet, whether it's in a straight line or you got to turn the wheel, you'll be pushing it. But see, sometimes, like if I'm in an older car, like I have an older car, if I'm in that, I can't tell how much gas is in there. And there's been a lot of occasions, not that I couldn't put gas in the car, I just didn't want to. And that's a heavy car. But there'd be times when I would just barely make it. I mean, literally, there's been multiple times when the car went dead as I was pulling into the gas station. I mean, all I did was throw that bad boy in neutral and it coasted to the pump. Sometimes when you're going through something, we don't even like, in life, the funny thing is, the point I was making, we'll push our car to the very limits of what it can give us. And then we're either not surprised it ran out of gas, or we're thankful that it didn't run out of gas. Either way, before it does run out of gas, we want to make sure we're at a pump. We'll push it, no fear. Maybe a little slight anxiety, but you're not posting things on Facebook saying, oh my God, I just almost ran out of gas. It's getting hard. I don't know if I'm going to withstand it. Please pray for me. Please, somebody come and save me. Help me, help me, help me. It's so rough. Why do I always have to be the one that's running out of gas? You never see that. That's because we have more faith in the little gas gauge and the fact that our bad decision not to put gas in it, maybe it will still get us to where we gotta go. With little to no anxiety about the fact of the matter, you could run out of gas. But God forbid that there's a situation that comes up in our life. We don't even get close to the E mark. We still got a half a tank. And we think God can't do it. Because we're so conditioned that if we can't see it and we can't hear it, it's not there. And then the areas where we can make the biggest improvements and the biggest adjustments, Those are the areas where we won't give it over to God, and we won't just say, like, literally, like, when I say anything, like, I can't emphasize that enough. And at some point in time, I'm gonna tell this story. But if you trust, like, literally, I mean, I'm talking about trust God. I mean, sit back, watch, go into action, do what you can do, and just say, hey, you know what? I'm already on E. There's nothing else I can see that I can do, but I need a change. So I'm going to do all I can do. I need you to come in and do your end. And then just wait. And what you might see is your faith will take you the extra mile. You know, I had somebody tell me, I've had a couple people tell me, and I value these people's opinion, but they say, you got too much pride. I said, man, I don't know how to ask. The only, you know, I've asked things of people and things I needed, and I've been told no. And dude, when you told no from people that you, like, when you really need, and you told no from people who you know can, should, want to give it to you, that's hard. That's hard. Like, you know, the beginning of my real estate career was spent on the phone calling for sale by owners. I mean, I would do that early in the morning into the afternoon. I had a coach. My coach would tell me, you gotta stay on the phone this many hours, you gotta make this many contacts, and you gotta set this many appointments. And I'm used to being told no. So yeah, for me, it's got too much pride. Dude, it just hurts too much to be told no from people you know should want to help you. You know, I'm the type of individual that when you ask me for something, you know, and it depends. It really depends. I'll give it to you. But it depends. But I'll give it to you. The problem is we put more trust in what we can see and hear than what we can. And that's why when things go wrong, we're constantly screaming and yelling, being loud, because we think the attention will get us results. Well, sometimes being quiet and in prayer and in fasting will bring about a bigger change. Because I feel like the screaming and yelling is simply, how can I put it? I think it's just like eating sugar. There's no benefit. Doesn't do anything. It just makes you feel like you're doing something. Well, I'm screaming and I'm yelling. Well, that's not faith. I'm complaining about why does this keep happening to me. That's not faith. Well, what should I do? Sit back and act like no, there's no problem? No, that's not what you should do. You should pray. And then whatever God tells you to do, get up and do that. But I guarantee God never said get on Facebook and start complaining. Why is this happening to me? That gives him no glory. Oh, where's your God now? That's all it makes people on the outside look at you and say, where's your God now? I don't want to worship this kind of God, the kind of God that when you need, you ain't got. Or is it that you casted a bad light on the situation because instead of praying, you started yelling? Because I guarantee on the other end of it, God did not say anything about you shall beg or borrow. He said that you shall lend and not borrow. So did you, and I ask my wife this all the time. It's like, are we really doing all that we can? Like, let's really look at this from an objective standpoint. Are we really doing all we can? Every day when we get up, are we giving it all we got? Because if we not, then that could be a reason why this situation came up with that. Because at the end of the day, you can't ask somebody to give more than you willing to give. You got to give it your all. But that's only going to happen when we start having more faith in what we can't see or hear over what we can see and can hear. We'll push that gas tank to the end because we see it. We can look at it. It's right there in front of us. It's giving us a gauge, an idea. But when all hell's breaking loose and there's no idea when you'll come out the eye of that storm, that's when you need to trust. That's when you need to pray. And that's when you need to not make impulsive decisions and moves, but obedient, disciplined ones that guide you in the right direction. Because at the very end, you never know. It could come through and give you the save that you needed.